So here we're taking a drill from my mentor, Rick Celebrini, where Jordan's really emphasizing maintaining a good hip extension, holding this position. His pressure is down and in on the ball. And as he rotates, he's not going to offload one leg or the other. So he's going to keep that tension down and in on the ball the whole time. He's not gripping where he's just trying to create as much tension as possible, but enough where as he rotates, the pressure maintains on the ball on both legs the whole time. So as his hips are up, squeezing down and in on the ball, he's really emphasizing rotating from the middle of the body. So as his lower body with his pelvis goes to the left, his upper body with the ball goes to the right. It's almost like a counter rotation. So it's upper and lower body dissociation with control from the core, control from the center of the body, from the belly button. So you see it's nice and quiet. As he goes to the left, his belly button's going over to the left. As he goes to the right, his belly button's going over to the right. So he's actually rotating the pelvis. But with this, really the emphasis is moving from the center of the body, maintaining position throughout, and making sure that he's not sliding as much as he's rotating. In the next drill, we have a core X. We've got the mini band around the knees just to increase the demand on the glutes. And what he's doing is a step back. And again, the cueing here is that making sure you're in the right position. He has core control throughout. And as he steps back with the strategy, he's pushing, he's not reaching. As he does his step back, it's not typical where he's just reaching his leg back, but he's transferring his weight. So if you were to pause this as he lands on the step back, his weight would be 50-50. And so what we want here is that he pushes off that back leg versus reaching it. So he steps back, he drives off. Full weight transfer, 50-50. He's always in a balanced position. He's always pushing, and he always knows which direction he can go in next. And that's the key when we're doing these movement drills, is maintaining 50-50. We understand that when you get into a more dynamic sport, you won't always have that opportunity. But when you can maintain balance, whether you're on one leg or two legs, where you can go left or right, depending on what your defender is doing, it's going to give you a lot more flexibility to be fluid and make decisions. But again, we do understand that in your own environment, you don't have that luxury. But when we're drilling it in a closed environment like this, you always want to cue it like that. Here, what we're doing is we sequence a rotational step with a lateral step. So he's going lateral, pivot back, lateral, pivot back. And you see we increase the speed over time as he's getting more comfortable with it. Three things that we want to focus on. It's making sure that he has the right position, he's pushing, he's not reaching, and he has good core control throughout. So if I was to tell him to pause in any one of these positions, he can stop and he can be balanced, whether he's on one leg or on two legs. One little thing to remember is as you do a rotational step or that step back, whatever you want to call it, make sure that knee doesn't buckle too much. So we're trying to focus on good position throughout. Here's a drill where we're really focusing on a good sound squat position, and it's a large rotational demand where what he's doing is he's really pushing off that outside leg, moving from the center of the body, and he's always finishing in a set position. So he starts balanced 50-50, he pushes off, full rotation set. Every single rep, he lands in a balanced position. He could go left, he could go right. That's the biggest key, moving from the center of the body. And we do a little progression with a ball here just so Jordan can try to understand or emphasize the importance of where this may sit in basketball, getting square to the hoop to shoot, things like that. But it also increases the demands for every single rep. What we don't have here is where we cued, where he either has to go left or right. The last drill that we do here with Jordan is a lateral step to a rotation step without the core X, without anything else. And what we did at the end of this workout was about 25 to 30 minutes of just fluid movement. Again, this isn't very fast, but you'll see it speeds up. And again, good position, good core control, good movement strategy. By movement strategy, he's emphasizing a push, not a reach, and always ending in a balanced position, trying to get his center of his mass very close to his base of support, whether it's one leg or two legs. Again, a big part of what I learned from my mentor, Rick Celebrini. And so he's going to speed up into that progression, and we'll get more dynamic and create more decision making as that session goes on.